Alright, so... Alright, sorry. Alright, so, yeah. So, as y'all know, well, hold on, I'll wait and see if other people decide to come on here. So, but, we're gonna also have a little chat session too, so, yeah. So, many of you might know that I have, a second channel. I have a second channel, y'all. It's called Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Alright? My second channel is called Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. So, and yes, I've not been active on that channel recently because for the past several weeks, I've been very busy with, stuff with, my job and, getting set up with my job and, and other stuff, getting ready for vacation. I was, on vacation in late July, so I'm getting ready for that, so. But, I'm gonna start making some new new projects for my other channel too, which is called Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Excuse me. That's my plan, y'all. My plan is to, hey Migo, Rob Migo, how you doing? So, like I said, my new channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects, is gonna be. I'm gonna start posting on that channel soon. My new channel that I set up a few months ago after I graduated college. I set up, that my second channel so I could show y'all what projects I created in college. And since I ran out of projects to upload, I'm gonna start making some new ones soon. That's my plan. I'm probably gonna get that channel a little bit more active in the next couple of weeks. So, in any event, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, my new channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects, we'll start in production. Hey, Mike Tree, how you doing? But like I said, I originally wanted to start posting earlier, in June, but because, I was very busy with, getting set up for my new job and, stuff like that, I haven't really had time to do it. So, and now that I'm home from vacation, I can start focusing on my second channel. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, so this is the look on the H, by the way. So we're calling for over 90 degrees, and look at that. So this is definitely gonna be a heat wave. It looks like if these temperatures pan out, then it's gonna be a heat wave. It'll be my sixth heat wave of 2026. It'll be my sixth heat wave of 2026. So yeah, heat wave number 6 for me is possible. already had 5 so far this season, with the most intense heat wave being in early July, when I hit 100 degrees or higher for 4 consecutive days, with me hitting 106 degrees on July 2nd. So that was nuts. That was just nuts. So, and then I hit 100 degrees a 5th time in mid-July. I hit 100 degrees a 5th time in mid-July. Excuse me. So, yeah. So, but as many of you all know, I started my new job in late June. I started my new job in late June. So yeah. Yeah. And I'm working a couple times a week. I'm working twice a week. So you can see there's a stormy pattern unfolding across the east this week. So yeah. And my area has a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. So yeah, we gotta get, so alright, so anyway, alright, excuse me, this is my new channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Project. So I created this a couple months back. I just haven't posted it. I just haven't posted a video on there in 2 months because I've just been too busy with stuff. So, but the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna start. Oh, hi, Eamon Shine, how you doing? So the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna start. I mean, I know I promised everyone a NOAA weather radio commercial on this channel. I keep pushing the time back because I've just been so busy and had low energy in early July. Hi, Super Legend, how you doing? So, like I said, as many of you all know, this is my second channel. This is my second channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna start posting content on there soon. I'm still working on the script for my NOAA Weather Radio commercial. Yeah, low energy. So do I actually. I'm a little tired myself. I haven't been really feeling good much of this week. I have not been feeling too great this past week actually. I started not feeling good over the weekend. So you missed your both premiere, went to movie theater with your uncle. Oh, I understand, Eamon Shine. I understand. I apologize. I understand, Eamon Shine. Being with your family is more important. So no worries. I completely understand. So family's important. So if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna do something with your uncle, if you're gonna do something with your uncle, that's more important. So being with your family members that's more important. So don't worry about it. So yeah, so yes, I do have a commercial for my No Weather Radio that I made last year, but this was made last year during the spring 2025 semester. So that was made over a year ago. I'm gonna have an updated commercial soon. I'm still writing the script for it. I hope to have the commercial out by the end of the month. I'm probably gonna have it up within 4 to 6 weeks. I still gotta write the script and take some B-roll footage and stuff like that of my weather radio. So I gotta take some B-roll footage. So and determine which clips I'm gonna use for my weather radio commercial. So the script for it is still in the making. So ride the bus to school and ride the bus to home. That's cool. I rode the bus when I went to school too. I rode the bus when I went to school too. So yeah. So yeah. So like I said, I hope to have that commercial out within 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah. Excuse me. So my newest weather radio commercial. So yeah. So if y'all want to see, my newest content, your next weather radio maybe the Midland WR400. That's cool. I have a 400 as well. I have a 400 as well. So, hold on. Hi, Saratoga. How you doing? All right, y'all. I just put the link to my second channel in the chat. I just put the link to my second channel in the chat. So, yeah. So Saratoga John, Eamon John, Super Legend John. Yeah. So if you want to check out my second channel, go ahead. Your favorite band is Guns N' Roses? Huh. Okay. I never really heard of that, actually. I never really heard of that, honestly. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, right now, my area has a heat advisory. Hi, Central North Carolina, how you doing? Central North Carolina, WS is on. How you doing? So yeah, so like right now, you took a shower. That's cool. So yeah, showers are important. I shower at night. So yeah. So right now, I'm under a heat advisory. My area has a heat advisory from 10 a.m. tomorrow until 8 p.m. Friday. And the heat index value could get over 100 degrees for me. So, looking at potentially my sixth heat wave of 2026. My sixth heat wave of 2026. So yeah, so yeah. So like I said, if y'all haven't already I would suggest, subscribing to my channel, but if you don't want to subscribe to it, that's fine. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, that's fine. I'm just advertising it for those who want to view my, projects from over the years. Having an alert drought again? Okay. Early July cookout? Okay. On Friday you have a concert to go after school? That's cool. I hope you have fun, Super Legend. I hope you have fun, Super Legend. So yeah, I hope you have fun. So again, this is my second channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. So I'm probably gonna have my new commercial out, my new NOAA Weather Radio commercial in 4 to 6 weeks. That's the plan. My new NOAA Weather Radio commercial I plan to have out in 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah, so I still gotta shoot some footage for so you're you're pretty sure? Okay. So yeah. I know I haven't been posting much on I haven't really been posting on it for the past couple of months, but a new project is in the works. I'm still working on the script for my NOAA Weather Radio commercial. So the script itself is still in the works. Hey Braven, how you doing? So yeah. So the script, I'm still working on the script, and I still gotta shoot some B-roll footage of doing good. That's good. So still gotta shoot some footage yet. I still gotta gather some footage. I'm gonna use some of the clips of the bad weather. You can see that Midland WRs is expensive. Yeah, it is. But my mom, my mom and dad bought me my mom and dad bought me the weather radios. My mom and dad bought me the weather radios. They bought me the 300 in 2020 and the 400 in 2023. So, yeah. So hi, oh hey, Alicia Miller, 9800, how you doing? So, yeah, like I said, my mom and dad bought me the WR300 and the WR400. No weather radios. So, Jack to the rescue from a firefighter? I don't understand. Anyway, so, meanwhile, love you, alright. Please, no, I love you messages, please. No, I love you messages. Please don't do the I love you messages. That's kind of creepy. So, yeah, your WR400 in 2023. So did I. So did I, Wake County. So did I. Yeah, yeah. My mom and dad bought me the 400 in 2023 as well. So, hi, Alicia Miller, 9800. So yeah. So yeah, you got your birthday present. So did I. What a coincidence! I got the WR400 as your birthday present too. I got the WR400 for my 22nd birthday in 2023. I got the WR400 as a 22nd birthday. Do you want me to just come? What? I don't understand, Alicia Miller. Right. But anyway, yeah, I got the WR300 in 2020 and the WR400 in 2023. All right, sorry, Alicia Miller. We don't do. All right, yep. That's 5 minutes for you. That's 5 minutes for you, Alicia Miller. I'm sorry, but we don't do the. That's just creepy. What you're doing is creepy. Alicia? Alicia? What you're doing is creepy. What you're saying is creepy. It's creeping me. It's getting weird. It's getting creepy. So, 5 minute timeout. That's a 5 minute timeout for Alicia Miller. Thank you, Manchian. Thank you, Manchian. That was weird. That was very weird. That's weird. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. That was weird. Thank you, Manchian. I appreciate it. We don't do the we do not do the I love you things on here. We do not do the I love you things on here. That's creepy. Saying I love you is creepy. I do not want YouTube getting any weird ideas. I don't want YouTube, thinking that I'm doing something weird on here when I'm not. Hey, alright, seriously, alright. Well, yeah. Alright, Say that to family, not on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Wake County. Exactly, Wake County. So, but, so anyway, exactly, Wake, yeah. Yeah, say I love you to your family, not on YouTube. Say I love you to your family, not on YouTube, because I don't want YouTube giving me a strike. I do not want YouTube giving me a strike. Because if for the things that are, because that's just plain old weird. If you're saying that I love you to, if you're saying I love you on YouTube, that's just weird. It's too damn weird. Sure, pardon my French on that. Pardon my French on that. But I do not want creepy stuff on my live streams. I don't want YouTube giving me a strike because I'm not doing anything weird. But if people are doing weird things in my live stream, then I might get a strike. I don't want that. So I'm not gonna risk a community guideline strike. I'm just not gonna risk it. So okay. So yeah. But anyway. So, like I said, y'all know I am. Yeah, this is my second channel. This is my second channel. Brain. What? What do you mean brain? All right. Yeah. That's five. Yeah. All right. Rend. That's 5 minutes for you. All right. So, Rend dash Yi6L. That's 5 minutes for you. I do not tolerate negativity on my channel. Seriously. Alright, so anyway, again, this is my second channel, you all know, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Don't talk to relationship. Exactly, yeah, we do not tolerate negativity. We're not gonna be mean. I want to keep this a happy stream. I want to keep this a happy stream because that's the only reason I come on here, for happy streams. But anyway. Unnecessary dude, exactly. So, yeah, don't be, yeah. We're gonna treat each other with respect, and if you can't, then see you later. So, yeah. Yeah, it's unnecessary for that, You're not brainwashed. I know Super Legend. I know you're not. I know you're not brainwashed. I know you're not. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, so this is my second channel, and if y'all want to take a look at the project I made at school during my time at my college, I mean, I only upload like nine things on here, so, but you can take a look at that, and so yeah, and I plan to have a new video out at some point, probably, but they're not gonna be as constant. These videos are not gonna be like as constant on here, but I'm gonna make new. I plan on making new projects soon for this channel, for my second channel, Johnny Johnny Thunder. Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Sorry I'm talking so weird at points. I'm sorry I'm talking so weird at some points. My left jaw is a little sore, so forgive me if you hear a lisp. If you hear a lisp, then just ignore the lisp because I can't exactly help it. I can't exactly help my lisp. My left jaw is a little bit sore, so it's been sore lately. I don't know why. So, yeah. Haven't been feeling good for the past several days, so mainly in the form of my left jaw aching at certain points and my left ear aching too, so yeah. It's been going on for several days now, since this past weekend, so I'm trying to eat softer foods until my jaw gets better, my left jaw. So, meanwhile, I'm going to show you So, you can see here, look at that. My area has a heat advisory. PHI has issued heat advisories, you can see. There are heat advisories by PHI and heat advisories by OKX. So, my area is under the heat advisory. JEM is on. How you doing? Here to monitor the chat. Thanks, JEM. I appreciate it. So, like I said, you can see areas in the orange are under heat advisories for tomorrow and Friday. For right now, the heat advisory is in effect for me from 10 a.m. tomorrow until 8 p.m. Friday. But extensions are likely considering the heat wave is going to go through. The heat is going to go through at least early next week. It's going to go through at least Monday, if not Tuesday next week. So this is likely going to be my sixth heat wave of 2026. So if the heat wave materializes, then it's going to be my sixth heat wave of 2026. So yeah, my sixth heat wave of 2026 is coming. So yeah. Yeah. So in any event, so this is a reminder that summer is not completely over. We still have, we're actually over halfway through summer now, as far as the season is concerned. As far as calendar summer is concerned, typically, in a calendar summer, it runs usually from June 21st through September 21st. Under normal circumstances, astronomical summer usually. What? All right, that's 10 minutes now for you. 10 minutes now. All right. Yep, 10 minutes now. Thank you, Manchian. That's 10 minutes for that person. Wait, you didn't do anything, Super Legend. You didn't do anything, Super Legend. Yeah, don't worry, Super Legend. You didn't do anything. Super Legend, you did not do anything wrong. It's just that that person was clearly, a troll. That person is clearly a troll. So, Super Legend, I know you didn't do anything wrong. So don't worry, you didn't do anything. It's just, that person is a troll. The person is a troll, so most likely so. That's a third offense for that person. That's a third offense for that person. Yeah, so for that person, it's a third offense. If that person does a fourth offense, then that person will be timed out the rest of the stream. I do not tolerate negativity on my channel, so that's a third offense for that person. A fourth one will get that person kicked out the rest of the stream. So, and that person will be on probation if he gets a fourth offense. Because if that person does it in another one of my streams after the fourth offense, then that person will be banned permanently. So, if that person does it like a fifth time on my channel, so then that's going to have to be an instant ban. So, yeah. This is why I can't handle hate on your channel. No, yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Super Legend. I 100% agree with you. Yeah, I don't tolerate hate. I do not tolerate hate on my channel either. I don't tolerate hate on any of my channels. I don't tolerate hate on this channel, and I don't tolerate hate on my second channel. So, yeah, so that person is clearly a troll. So, like I said, I don't tolerate hate on this channel or my second channel. I'm not going to tolerate it. So, yeah. Yeah. And I'm just telling people right now. I'm just telling people right now that if you don't like the way I run my if you don't like the way I run my channel, don't watch. Then unsubscribe and watch something else. If you don't like the way I run my channel, just unsubscribe and watch something else. Don't watch my videos or don't come on my channel at all. If you don't like the way I run it. That's all I'm gonna say. Each may 1 subscribers may hear someone coming to quit YouTube. Oh no, that's not good. I cannot believe that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is, there are some cruel people out there who just don't care about other people. There's just some cruel people out there. There are some cruel people out there who just don't care about other people's feelings. You think you want to make EAS content? Yeah, you should. If you should make new EAS content. I love your video, Super Legend. I love your video, Super Legend. You don't want to quit? What? You don't want to quit? Yeah, then don't quit. Don't let any haters tell you what to do. Don't let any haters tell you what to do. All right? So that goes for everyone. Don't let a couple of haters tell you what to do. I'm telling everyone right now. Do not let a couple of haters tell you what to do. If you want to keep your channel running, then do it. So, oh, no problem, Super Legend. No problem. You have 4 no weather radios. YouTube for not notifying streams. Yeah. Bro, you didn't get notified for this? I don't know why. Sometimes YouTube likes to behave like, sometimes YouTube likes to be, misbehave. So, yeah. I have 4 weather radios. I have 2 weather radios. So WR100, X-Talker, and WR300. That's cool, Super Legend. That's very cool. I have a 300 and a 400, as you all know. As you all know, I have a 300 and a 400. Yeah. They're the kind of radios I like the most. My two favorite radios are my 2 favorite videos are the 300 and the 400. So, yeah, so yeah, let me get a sip of water real quick. Excuse me. You can see here there's a heat. We have a heat advisory. If you look on the 8th, so we have a heat advisory for tomorrow and Friday. And yeah, there's more storms flaring up south of us. You can see here, but I have a marginal risk here for tomorrow. There's a thunderstorm cell flaring up in Chester County, moving northeastward. So yeah. And going down to the 70s tonight. Look, and 91 tomorrow. So the heat is coming back, y'all. The heat is coming back. Yeah, so 90 or higher from tomorrow through at least Monday. So there's a small chance you may go into Tuesday as well. So yeah. And look at that, and you can see, look at that. There's smoke going on in the west. You can see it's very hazy in Oregon. As you can see, Eugene, Oregon. Look at that. Look at the haze in Oregon. Look at that. There's haze in Oregon right now, and there's, yeah. Yeah, there's some raging wildfires going on in the west. There's some raging wildfires going on in the west right now. So yeah. So yeah. So I'm sending my hearts and prayers to the west right now. I'm sending my hearts and prayers to the west right now because those areas are dealing with some fires, poor air quality, etc. They're dealing with extreme heat. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah. And so there's currently fires going on in the west as well. Extreme heat, smoke, all that stuff in the western United States. My area's gonna be dealing with heat and humidity, especially. The humidity's gonna be a slightly bigger story. With my humidity, with the humidity here. So, yeah. So, as y'all know, Yoshi Heart Radio Shack 12-262 has dead tuner. Oof. Sorry to hear that. So yeah, so right now, Johnny Thunder's digital projects. That's my channel, my new channel, and I'm still working on the script for my new NOAA Weather Radio commercial. So, as you can see here, this is my final project. This was my final project ever in college. This is my final project ever in college. So I don't want to play it on here because I don't want to risk a copyright strike, even though it's technically my own channel. But still, yeah. But like I said, yeah, the video I'm zeroing in on is this is my final project ever in college before I graduated. I got a 95%. I got a 95% on this project that I'm showing you. The title is How Weather Behaves in the Summer. How Weather Behaves in the Summer. That's my final project that I got a 95% on, which is a middle A. So I aced the final project, and as usual, I got a couple points deducted, but who cares? I still got a great grade on my final project in college. And this helped me get an A for the semester in motion graphics class. Motion graphics class, I got my final project. I got an A. So yeah. Like I said, if y'all want to visit this channel, Johnny Thunder's digital projects, go ahead. So yeah. And like I said, this is the commercial. This is the NOAA Weather Radio commercial that I made in February 2025 during the spring 2025 semester for my film class. So yeah. My weather radio commercial. And I mean, of course my project was weather related. It's no surprise that my project is weather. Most of my projects, pretty much half my projects were weather related. They were weather related in school. So, but I still got decent grades on most of them. Still got decent grades, on most of my projects that I made during my time at my college. So, yeah. Yeah, this commercial was made in 2025 and I uploaded it 2 months ago. So, yeah. Alright, so, like I said, I plan on having my newest weather radio commercial in 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, honestly, filming, making projects like that is not as easy as it seems. Making projects like that, not as easy as it looks or as it seems. You gotta take multiple clips and pick the best ones, and then you know you gotta pick yeah take make take many video clips and pick out the best ones and stuff like that, and putting the effects in there, like animation, stuff like that, you know and text and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, I plan on having that commercial. You know. I, Hey, Guitar Master 7, how you doing? I'm just walking around. I'm just walking around right now. I'm just walking around right now. So yeah. Right, good. That's good. So yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna start. I'm probably gonna upload content on my new channel called Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. The I'm showing off a lot of projects that I made during my time in college before I graduated. So during my several years at community college, I made a lot of projects, many video projects. So hold on. All right, I'm back. So anyway, like I said, on my new channel, my newest channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects, I plan to have, my next video out in 4 to 6 weeks. So, and like I said, making videos not as simple as it looks. You gotta factor in, take many clips and cutting them together, and then, not just that, but, picking out the video clips that work, and if they don't, then you gotta shoot videos again. And you gotta wait for the right moment. You gotta wait for the right moment to, get a video, to take some clips. You gotta take precise moments to make them, to, get a clip in. So, and precise moments are not as, common as they seem. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you for sure that right moments, they're not, waiting for right moments, not as simple as it looks, and it's not as common as it seems to, for precise moments. I mean, like, great action. The best action, if you will. I can tell you that right now. So, but I think I have at least a few clips that I can use for my weather radio commercial. And if I have to, find new ones, then so be it. If I have to make new ones, so be it. So, like I said, I'm trying to promote my new channel. So meanwhile, there's a risk for severe weather in the Midwest tonight, and look at Spokane, Washington. Look at that. If you look closely, you can see there's haze in Spokane, Washington. If you look very carefully and and not only that, but the areas that got scorched by wildfires in the Spokane area, that's just devastating. A lot of those you can see, it's hard to see, but a lot of those areas are scorched in the Spokane, Washington area. So, yeah. Alright, so, like I said, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my newest channel. My newest channel, which is Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. You can see that here, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Yeah, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. I'm very proud of the work I did over the years in my college, so I'm uploading them to YouTube. I upload them to YouTube. So, yeah. I'm pretty worried about Evan, who got into drama because you don't want to get involved with the drama. Yeah, I don't want to get involved either. So, anyway, so you can see here, yeah, the first video of my newest channel is here. So, yeah, I decided to make it. I made the second channel. In early May. So, I actually opened it around. I actually started this newest channel on May 7th. So early May, I started, uploading, some of the projects, that I made during college. So, yeah. And like I said, the video I'm zeroing on right now, the video called "How Weather Behaves in the Summer," that was my final project ever in college. This is my final project ever in college. How weather behaves in the summer. How weather behaves in the summer. That's what it's called. The final project I made ever in college before I graduated. So, yeah, I graduated college. Like I said, I graduated college this year. I graduated on May 21st. Look at that. Yeah. So, in any event, but I'm very proud of my projects. I'm very proud of my projects that I made during my time in college. I'm very proud of them. So they turned out well. So yeah. So yeah. So, like I said, in 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to have a new video out on Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. And I'm still working on the script for that commercial. But I'm not going to spoil any of it. But I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because, I don't want to spoil it because I'm not going to give I'm not going to tell you what clips I'm going to use, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to say. I want it to be a surprise, for when you all see that video in 4 to 6 weeks. So which means I'm gonna have it out in early to mid September of this year. So I'm shooting for early to mid September, so around 4 to 6 weeks for my newest video on my second channel. So I hope y'all, so for those who haven't done so already, but please subscribe to my second channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. So, but this is going to be, my newest weather radio commercial, which again will come out in 4 to 6 weeks. So early to mid September is what I'm shooting for the release date of my NOAA Weather Radio commercial. So yeah. So yeah, you can see, there's an air quality alert through today in the Northwest right now. So multiple states are under air quality alerts. So yeah, they include Seattle, Spokane, Portland, Boise, Casper, Denver, etc. You can see, there's a lot of haze in Portland and Leavenworth, Washington. Portland, Oregon, Leavenworth, Washington. And it says the air quality is deteriorating as wildfires rage out of control. So I really hope, for those that they put those fires out soon. I really hope that they put those fires out soon. Because but the thing is with wildfires, it takes a long time to put them out. For wildfires, it takes a long time. You don't just throw water on it and poof, it extinguishes. It's a long process to put fires out. So it takes a lot of effort by wildfire it takes a lot of effort by firefighters and stuff like things like people like that in an attempt to get those fires completely out. It doesn't just go away. As long as there's fuel to sustain those fires are going to continue. So, sometimes wildfires go out on their own. Alright. Flash flood warning scroll. So, they see the flash flood warning scroll. So, alright. So there's now a flash flood warning to my south. You can see that here. There's a new flash flood warning south of me until 1:15 a.m. which is due to a slow-moving thunderstorm that's moving across southeast. Now you can see, look at that lone thunderstorm moving to the northeast. So there's a thunderstorm to south of me right now. So it says, yeah. So yeah, those areas got hit earlier, and they're gonna be getting hit again. My area has been spared so far. Today, with just a few hundredths of an inch of rain today for me. So you can see here. This is from Wisconsin on July 27th. Look at that. There's an EF3 tornado in Wisconsin on July 27th. So, but you can see the flash flood warning scroll at the bottom of your screen, at the bottom of the TV screen anyway. There's a flash flood warning to my south. So yeah. Alright, so anyway, I don't know really what else to say. So I'm gonna hop off now. So anyway, hope you all have enjoyed this stream. It's been fun chatting with y'all. I'm gonna hop off. So I hope you all have enjoyed. It's been fun chatting with y'all. And be sure to subscribe to my, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my second channel, Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. Again, that's Johnny Thunder's Digital Projects. So be sure to subscribe to that channel, and yeah, if you haven't already. So I hope you all have enjoyed. It's been fun chatting with y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care.